What up, guys? This is your boy, Lago and Half and Duo. I want to talk about the ending of, I would say, Nintendo. Let's go with that since I'm a Nintendo channel. Ending Nintendo. After a couple of these days of seeing how many people are saying in comments, the videos, and everybody, they're blaming Nintendo for Microsoft came up the price. Sony kept their price in other regions, but yeah, we don't want to talk about that. Microsoft kept the price. Some of them start talking about it, so hey, that's good that y'all talking about it. But then they're blaming Nintendo for it, which is kind of weird to me. Well, can you think a corporation like that just simply just say, "Oh, let's just raise the prices"? No, it was at least a year in the planning. They want to raise the prices. Now, I am gonna. I've seen two videos, and I don't know if I'm gonna. One of them is attending. I won't do one video from him because he's boycotting, won't play games, blah blah blah, whatever. Here's the thing: I got a problem against Nintendo doing that because you know what? You don't like what's going on, you don't buy it. I respect that. That's your setup. But still, I don't understand why some of these guys trying so hard because I'm seeing like in the comment section people saying, "Oh, I can't believe people letting Nintendo get away with this and blah blah blah, this." And it look for since I will tell you this right now. I'll go into more detail on this, but I'm just gonna a quick summary. For since 2000, the fifth generation game with GameCube, Xbox, and PlayStation 2. I was on the outs of going out a video game because I didn't think there were really good games coming out no more, and things were getting repetitious and all kind of stuff like that. Long story short, I bet the farm on Nintendo and they brought me back into gaming. And from since then, because of Nintendo, I have enjoyed games from third parties as well too. Because Nintendo used the Wii was to use the gun and shoot it and stuff like that. I had fun with gaming again because of what Nintendo did. Now, I've always said that the next system after Switch 1 was going to be derivative of the Switch 1. That makes sense. They're not going to leave that market. That makes money for them. I'm also laughing at all these Nintendo channels who say Nintendo this can't believe the greedy blah blah blah, all this stuff, corporations and everything. You know what's funny about this? And it irks the living F out of me. Including one guy saying, "We don't understand how tariffs works." Oh my God! It almost had an LBC when he tried to explain that. I'm like, bro, it's not that hard. It's very simple. But anyway, this situation is getting crazy. Y'all want Nintendo to stop doing this. Most of y'all say, "Oh, let's go to PCs and stuff." Like, "Oh, I'm not gonna go to Nintendo. I could go Steam Deck and everything and blah blah blah." Last time I checked before this recording, Steam Deck did what, 6 million compared to 150. The Ally Woods did like 2 million compared to 150. And then the Legion, I ain't got no numbers on the Legion. People, most of the great games for PC. Now they're true hardcore PC guys. Point, click, who grew up in a PC from the 90s up, those guys, not calling you guys out, I respect you guys, this is what it is. But most of the games that a lot of these people playing on a PC are two types, console and mobile. So without those markets, you wouldn't get y'all say, oh, let's get a PC, whatever. And like I said before, you want to emulate, you need a really good enough PC. And don't hit me with this, I know my PCs, okay, I build PCs myself. Don't hit me with, oh, you don't need this, you don't need that. Yes, you do. I know what you need to emulate. The only reason I don't do that shit is, again, the one thing about consoles I love from the 90s up before the Wii situation, I put in my game inside of the console. I get a little jingle from the company. That's PlayStation. That's PlayStation and Sony. I mean Sony and Nintendo and Dreamcast, Sega, and it goes straight into the game. I don't want, when I'm going into relaxing and chilling playing games, I don't want extra steps. I don't want to, we might do this settings to get this thing. I don't need to buy a $150, $1,500 graphics card so you could brute force it to work the way I want it with coding and switch this and that. And like I said before in another video, not every game not every game can be, it depends on people who have the tenacity to do that. Most of the games are like these unique games, and they're not being, I'm sorry, but they're not being played by everybody. A game like Red Speed 2, you can emulate that. Is it gonna feel as good as the Wii? I doubt it. I've seen people try to do it, and it doesn't work. I have No More Heroes 1 and 2 for the Switch. But I ain't gonna lie with anybody, the best version of that game still is on the Wii. I bought Code of Princess on the Switch. The best version of that game is on the 3DS. Not every game is gonna have a ROM. And I would say this, my hat goes off to the people who makes ROMs for games. Good for you guys. And you emulation, I'm not gonna even take that from you. Good for you guys that you can do that. All I'm just saying is, know that it's stolen property and you know you could get sued for it. Just be careful. That's all I'll say. I won't even say go to jail. Just be careful. You want to do it, do it. But if you start selling stuff on the market, it's just like, yeah, in some states, weed is not legal. I mean, weed is legal, but you sell a good amount of weed, you can sit up in jail. The Nintendo fans I see who want Nintendo to be down, to destroy, because remember, back in 2000, after the Wii, before the Wii, people wanted Nintendo to bow out the market. When Wii U came around, they wanted Nintendo to go third party like Sega so they could get their games on PC and don't gotta worry about consoles and stuff like that. Come to find out, Xbox shit the bed more than before. To me, it's weird. It literally is how some people just cannot, I don't know, it's like they want things. Okay, let me put it this way. A lot of people like, oh, corporations are getting greedy and blah, blah, blah. I learned this a long time ago. The government wants you stupid, so they'll keep on getting infinite money from you. Corporations don't want you smart, so you don't understand that to trick you out from a consumer to trick you to still stay as a consumer than a customer. That's what it is. And I'm gonna tell you right now, when I look at Nintendo, this is how I look at Nintendo. They're a company. They make billions of dollars. Rightfully, they should. So Sony, so is Microsoft. Well, Microsoft a different story, but anyway, so is Sony and Microsoft. If I take these gamers' logic and put it to other stuff, their logic falls apart. That's the only reason why I say, buy what you like, don't buy what you don't like. Speak with your wallet. I'm the one who first started on hashtag speak with your wallet. It's funny now, a lot more people use the speak with your wallet now, huh? Yeah, I'm the one who started that back in 2014. Whatever. To me, as I said, fifth generation is when I saw gaming was starting to become weird. When Capcom made a deal with Nintendo, and then they backed out of the deal with the GameCube. I kind of see with PlayStation and N64, but it birthed PlayStation, and I was like, okay, it is what it is. The Capcom deal birthed games, there was good games on other consoles, people enjoyed it. It is what it is. But a lot of these companies started from small beginnings and they become big. These corporations are charging more money for stuff. Let me just understand this. Guys, you gamers out there who speak this nonsense. There's no reason for it's not the tariffs or the inflation. It's everything out. No, it's called life, motherfuckers. It's called freaking life. You think the people who work in Nintendo in the 90s should get the same pay as they should get all the way to 2025? No. Because you sons of bitches will be like, hey, my job should give me a raise. I work hard and all that stuff. Yeah, you should get a raise depending on your work and your worth to the company. If your worth is not good for the company, they ain't gonna raise it. That's just how it works. Or you could quit and find another job. If you can find another job, sometimes you can. Sometimes people just wanna, as Blade says, skate uphill. And that's what I want to do. What is the acreage? And this. Apologize. Like I said, I'm working. I'm trying to see something here. It's 2. Oh man, it's 2. Okay, it's 2. All right. Like I was saying, you think people from the 90s could get to the same pay? Costs has gone up much. More stuff is that. Gamers, y'all want 4K graphics. They gotta buy new machines, new program, new style. It's not easy. You'll need more people to do that. The employees' cost has gone up just like anything's gone up, because if food goes up, they gotta raise the prices. Do they keep up with inflation? No. And it will never keep up with inflation, because majority of inflation comes from the government doing stupid shit. As we saw in the last 4 years, as I said before, we made 25% of all money ever printed in American history in the last freaking 4 years. So no company could keep up with that shit. We used to do certain simple plans at the job I know as an architect. It has risen over the years. This month marks the 20th year I've been at my company being an architect for 20 years. 20 years. And because of that 20 years, I went from making $10 in 2005. I was making $10 an hour. $10 an hour. Now I'm making $36 an hour. 10 to 30. That's a big jump. Right? Here's the thing. To keep me as an employee, my boss had to raise the price to make building plans. And we're doing all kinds of different kind of plans too. And we're doing different kind of things as well too, other than just drawing houses. We do all the stuff as well too. But he gave me money every year to get there. So that cost goes into the product. Gas went up because we have to go out to the properties and build the stuff. Building materials goes up. Things goes up. So prices will never stay constant. We got lucky. And this is the part that gamers does irk me off. We got lucky that prices stayed $60 from the GameCube all the way up to 2017. But I didn't know it was gonna end. And when gamers made their voice heard loud and clear in the 8th generation with the Wii U, and in the 6th generation with the Wii U, I think it's 8th generation. This is 9, yeah, 8th generation. Anyway, whatever. The Wii U, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4, and Xbox. Even before that, everybody wanted everything to be on the internet. Everybody wanted convenience. I don't know what magical world you fuckers live in to think that gaming was gonna stick like that. What did some of y'all said? Oh, it's nickel diamonds now. I don't get the full game now and all this stuff, and you got DLC and microtransactions and all that stuff like that. Yeah. You're correct. So now, are they going to still do it on top of the higher prices? Yes. So, I respect some of you guys. You say you don't want to buy no console, Nintendo. You don't buy no console. Another child saw that, I can't remember. You want to buy no console for Nintendo, you get enough stuff, back stock? Do exactly that. That's what you're supposed to do. I have a back stock of 170 games for my Switch. I can play the rest of my life like Dean says. That's what it is. I'll buy it, I'll do that. But these companies don't owe us nothing. We don't owe the companies nothing. And they also have people they also have to take care of shareholders. Suck it is, but that's what it is. And funny it is, most shareholders of those companies are not big boss man, whatever. Majority of shareholders are always small families who put a little money inside the city to get a little $5,000, $6,000 out of their stuff. People don't understand that, but they just think that they're just greedy cats with a big cigar and stuff like that. No, not all the shares are taken up by people like that. It's so, my thing is when I see people think the way these gamers think, they think small and just think, and they say, oh, I'm not being selfish. Yes, you are. No, again, I agree. You want to not buy the Switch too? Go right ahead. That's your right. That's what you should do. You don't want to play those Switch games? Alright, that's good. For me, and when I started this video off talking about the beginning, Nintendo gave me games that I enjoy, I have fun or whatever. I bought the Mario Kart Deluxe. I bought Mario Kart 8, then Mario Kart Deluxe, then Mario Kart extension pack. I don't have my Switch in front of me, but I know I have more than 300-400 hours in those games. I go a movie for 2 hours, 3 hours. I paid $20. Okay, good movie, I enjoyed it. It was a really good movie, I enjoyed it. But I could go back and play Mario Kart over and over again. That's the difference. If the market crash, it crash. Does it need a crash? Some people say yes. I say it needs a reset, but hey. But on a serious note, most of you guys who say like, I agree with your outcome of not buying the console. I agree with that 100%. And your reason is personal, so I respect that as well too. As a preference, I'm not gonna argue that. But the way that y'all talk so selfishly, and I do mean that's what it is, selfishly. It's just like, what the hell? Why are you guys so douchebaggy about it? And I always love how people are like, so, Nintendo's for families. Yes. You think families gonna buy it? I saw another guy said, if it was 2000, it came the Switch, and of course came Animal Crossing. If the game was $80 and the Switch was $450, you think people would have bought Animal Crossing? No. See how, and this is why I say you stupid. Yes, they would have. The people was caught bored, bro. I could tell you that they would have bought it still. Why? Because that's what was entertaining. That keep them from putting their head in the friggin' oven with what the government has been doing to us. It sucks, but it's the truth. You think people would have not bought the Nintendo Switch and Animal Crossing if the prices was the same prices the Switch right now is? Yes, they would have. And the reason I could tell you that is the same thing with my company. We thought, wow, people can't go out. COVID is locking everybody down. Stay in your house. Don't do this shit. Don't do that shit. Mention this stuff. Thank God I live in a state, a kind of red state that didn't keep believing that shit too much. Thank you, Lord Jesus. And not like California or New York or some dumb shit that locks you in your own house from doing what you want to do. Let's come to find out that did not stop the spread of COVID anyway. Shocker. And I'm laughing at that because I said that was not gonna happen. And it's not gonna stop him on my other radio show before COVID became a big thing when it started coming from China. Anyway, as I digress, we took a dip. People not out. You thought, oh, this is crazy. We're not gonna buy a house. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do a lot of stuff. Come to find out, people was home and they won't do nothing. So we wasn't building as much houses to the person, but we were literally building additions, pools, decks, and that's just more expensive than a house in some cases, than building a simple house. So, if people were going to do that, trust me, they were willing to pay for a Switch or a thing. Again, people were buying camera gear to home so they could do Zoom from home and stuff like that. Like, I don't understand that people live in a bubble and not see how the world works and think that human beings are the most intelligent creatures in life. No. My saying is all the individual smart people stupid. We're gonna do what's convenient to us. That's it. That's all we're gonna do. And that sucks. But that's how human nature works. Human nature. Everybody follow human nature. Let's do that. So, for me, I think that this is what you guys wanted. It looked like some gamers just want Nintendo to be destroyed. So, I'll leave it at that. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the videos of radios coming next week, because I'm going to dig in deeper into this. But it just sounds like a bunch of people just crying, bitching, surprised by that? No. So, for that, thank you for giving me your time on this one. Remember, there's no perfect games out there. It's perfect to use, not perfect to me, it's perfect to me, it's perfect to you. Simply enjoy your games on all consoles, including PC and mobile phones. Peace out until next time, man. And that's it.